Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada. Gurave Sarvalokanam Vishaje Bhavaroginam Nidhaye Sarvavidyanam Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavat Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavad Padam Shankaram Lokashankaram. Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Sakshat Kritam Dayanandam Paramarthasvarupinam Tattvajnana Prashastaram Pranatosmi Param Padam. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahe Tejasvinavadhetamastu Vidvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Grathitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaita Mritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatvāmanusandadhāmi Bhagavad Gīte Bhavadveshinim. Namostute Vyasa Vishala Buddhe Pullara Vindaya Tapatra Netra Yena Tvaya Bharata Taila Purnaha Prajvalito Jnanamayah Pradipaha Prapanna Parijataya Totra Vetraikapanaye Jnanamudraya Krishnaya Gītāmritaduhe Namaha. Sarvopanishado Gavaha Dugdha Gopalanandanaha Partho Vatsasudhir Bhokta Dugdham Gītāmritam Mahat. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsajanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Bhishmadrona Tata Jayadhrata Jala Gandharanilotpala शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामविकर्णघोरमकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनी सोत्तीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैरणनदी कैवर्तकः केशवः पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलम् गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटम् नानाख्यानककेसरम् हरिकथा सम्बोधनाबोधितम् लोके सज्जनषट्पदैरहरहः पेपीयमानं मुदा भूयात् भारतपङ्कजं कलिमलप्रध्वंसिनः श्रेयसे मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपात्तमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम् यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। Shloka number 51. कर्मजं बुद्धियुक्ता हि
कर्मजं बुद्धियुक्ता
बुद्धियुक्ता हि
फलं त्यक्त्वा मनीषिणः
फलं
फलं त्यक्त्वा मनीषिणः
जन्मबन्धविनिर्मुक्ताः
जन्मबन्धविनिर्मुक्ताः
पदं गच्छन्त्यनामयम्
पदं गच्छन्नामयम्
यदा ते मोहकलिलम्
यदा
ते
मोहकलिलम्
बुद्धिर्व्यतितरिष्यति
बुद्धिर्व्यतितरिष्यति
तदा गन्तासि निर्वेदम्
तदा गन्तासि निर्वेदम्
श्रोतव्यस्य श्रुतस्य च
श्रोतव्यस्य श्रुतस्य च
श्रुतिविप्रतिपन्ना ते
श्रुतिविप्रतिपन्ना ते
यदा स्थास्यति निश्चला
यदा स्थास्यति निश्चला
समाधावचला बुद्धिः
समाधावचला बुद्धिः
तदा योगम् अवाप्स्यसि
तदा योगमवाप्स्यसि.
Have you seen the Bhashya to this shloka? We have seen, right?
Yes, Ji. Yeah.
Okay. We have seen the Bhashya to this shloka in the last class. I remember last class, after this shloka, immediately after this shloka, I lie down and slept. In fact, during the class, I was not feeling well. Immediately after the class, there was some giddiness. Immediately, I slept. So I don't know um,
Yeah,
whether
we
you
also
can
read that.
understand. Huh? Sorry,
We also read the other one also, Bhashyam. Sankaranandiyam also
we
we
did
read.
that also. Okay.
Yeah.
So now we can read the next one. Then here an important point is that the word, the shloka, Shruti vipratipanna te yada stasyati nischala samadhu chala buddhihi tada yogam avapsyasi. Here the meaning of the word samadhu, Bhashyakara gave the meaning. Gives the meaning, you can see samyak adiyate. Samyak adiyate chittam manaha. Chittam is manaha. Asminiti samadhihi is samadhihi is atma. So samadha is equal to atmani. The meaning of the word samadhi here, it is atmani. The word samadhi, we have seen the meaning of the word samadhi even before also. Vyavasayatmika buddhihi. In the shloka number 41, I think, we have seen Vyavasayatmika buddhihi ekeha kuru nandana. When we talked about Yamimam Pushpitam Vacham, people, they talk about the Veda Purva with the nice flowery words, various rituals and upasanas and the ends. So with regard to that, Vyavasayatmika buddhihi ekeke kurunantana Bagushakha hantasha buddhayo avyavasayina. So in that context, we saw the meaning of the word. I think in that shloka, Vyavasayatmika buddhi, that is 41. After that, the word samadhu na vidiyate. Yes, Bhogeshwarya prasaktana, shloka number 44. Bhogeshwarya prasaktanam taya pahrita chetasam Vyavasayatmika buddhihi samadho na vidiyate. The word samadhi is used there also. Vyavasayatmika buddhihi, nischayatmika buddhihi, purushartha nischayatmika buddhihi, vyavasayatmika buddhihi, the buddhi which has got the conclusion with regard to the purushartha, well ascertained the buddhi, the understanding, samadho na vidiyate. Samadho na vidhi, it is not carried over by this Bhogeshwarya prasaktana. Bhogeshwarya prasaktanam taya apahrita chetasam. So, for the mind which has the correct understanding is not carried away. So there the word samadhu, the context is there the word samadhu meaning mind, antakaranam. Bhashyakara gave the meaning of the word samadhi is antakaranam. Here the word samadhi, samadhu achala buddhihi, samadhu, here it is atma. So in all the places you can see the meaning of the word samadhi. And here itself in one more place he uses the word samadhi. the last line of this shloka, tada tasmin kale yogam avapsyasi. Tada yogam avapsyasi. That yogam, Bhashyakara interprets as Viveka Prajna. Viveka Prajna is called yoga, yogam, and that is equal to samadhim. So the meaning of the word yogam is Viveka Prajna, which is samadhi. So yogam is samadhi. Yoga is samadhi. The meaning of the word yoga in this mantra is samadhi. Here the word samadhi means Viveka Prajna. Prajna means the knowledge, the wisdom, prajna. Viveka prajna, the wisdom which is born of viveka. It is born of viveka. So viveka janita prajna. Viveka janita prajna. Viveka janya prajna. Viveka janita prajna. Viveka prajna. The prajna which is born of discrimination. Viveka janya prajna. So viveka prajna. So tada yogam avapsyasi, viveka prajnam avapsyasi, so that you become sthita prajna. That is the next topic. You become sthira prajna. Sthita prajna or sthira prajna. Your prajna becomes sthira. Your prajna becomes sthita. Your knowledge becomes steady, well established. So that is the meaning of the word samadhi. So samadhi, that is the meaning here. So the meaning of the word samadhi, Bhashyakara uses depending on the context. So now, up to this mantra, up to this shloka, 53rd shloka, starting from the 11th shloka onwards, starting from the 11th shloka, Ashocha Nanvashochastvam, up to this shloka, Tada Yoga Vapsasi, Bhagavan Krishna, he presented the teaching. He presented the teaching of the Upanishad. He presented the teaching of the whole Veda, not only Upanishad, the whole Veda was presented in all these shlokas. 11th shloka to this shloka, 53rd shloka. First he presented Jnana Yoga, Jnanam, it's called Sankhya. Then he presented Karma Yoga. What is Karma Yoga? He defined Karma Yoga. Jnana Yogena Jnanam Mokshaha. Then for that gaining Jnanam, certain preparations are required. For that he prescribed Karma Yoga. Karma Yogena Chitta Shuddhi. Jnana Yogyata Praptihi. Tadvara Jnanam Jnananishta Mokshaha iti. So you can see the order. First he presented Jnana Yoga. If Jnana Yoga is too much, if you are the beginner, if you are the beginning stage of this Adhyatmika life, then Karma Yoga. But the goal is moksha. So he presented in steps Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and the result of Karma Yoga is also only moksha through Jnanam. So he presented the content of the whole Veda. Veda Purva and Vedanta. Vedanta, Jnanam, that he presented in the beginning, starting from the 11th shloka up to the 38th shloka. And after that, Yeshate Bhigita Sanya, iti he started Karma Yoga. That covers the Veda Purva. that covers the teaching of the Veda Purva. Teaching of the Veda Purva doesn't mean cover the rituals. How the rituals to be performed, with what attitude, with the attitude towards the karma pala that he presented. While presenting that, he compared karma yoga with karma, with mere karma. Durena hevaram karma. Karma is durena. Karma yoga dhananjaya. So mere karma is avaram. It is inferior compared to karma yoga. So therefore, performing karma yoga, through that developing, cultivating viveka vairagya, which makes a person qualified for the pursuit of jnana yoga, jnana nishtha and moksha. This is what he presented through all these shlokas. So nicely he presented. With that, the teaching of the Gita is completed. Now, at the end of this shloka, Tada yogam avapsyasi. The Gita continues, doesn't stop. Arjuna is going to ask a question, very interesting question, important question. It's a beautiful shloka is going to follow. So for that, Bhashikara gives a beautiful connection. Already he gave the connection by giving the meaning of the word yogam as viveka prajna, because he knows what is going to come. Therefore, he used the word viveka prajna samadhi. Viveka prajna is what? Viveka prajna, the wisdom which is born of viveka, that is called samadhi. So viveka prajna, that is called samadhi. So therefore, here the samadhi, that it makes very clear. Here samadhi doesn't mean that, not that nirvikalpa, savikalpa samadhi. That is not we are talking about. Nowhere we talk about that. Because it is also a state. If you are not exposed to those words, those teaching of samadhi, then it is good. If you are exposed to that already, then it will cause confusion. Because there is an idea through samadhi only moksha is gained. Samadhi as though it is the highest state which a person has to attain to gain moksha. So therefore it is, there is some confusion among the people that nirvikalpa samadhi, nirvikalpa avastha, that is also an avastha. Already we have jagrat avastha, sushupti avastha, swapna avastha. One more avastha we are adding, nirvikalpa avastha. That is also an avastha only. You have to come out from nirvikalpa avastha. You can't be in nirvikalpa avastha for a long time. Forever you can't be in nirvikalpa avastha. It is, because it is an avastha, it is an experience. It is an experience. It is a condition which can be experienced. Nirvikalpa avastha, here mind is nirvikalpa. There is no vikalpa in the mind. That is attained by the yoga abhyasa. So that is not considered to be, it may be the achievement, but it is not considered to be the prerequisite for moksha. Ajnanam is the cause for that. What is the solution? Jnanam is a solution. Jnanena moksha. So gaining nirvikalpa avastha, one more avastha, it is not going to free that person. Therefore, we don't accept the concept of nirvikalpa samadhi. Nirvikalpa samadhi is a must. We don't accept it. Therefore, the word samadhi, if you are already not exposed to that, the word of Yoga Shastra, then there is no problem. Because in the spiritual world, this confusion is there. Nirvikalpa samadhi. When we hear the great Mahatmas attain nirvikalpa samadhi, so people aspire to gain that, to be free. One is already free. So one need not gain that state to become free. Already free, already being free, praptasya vishaya alone. With regard to that, since there is ajnanam, so what is required is only jnanam. So praptasya prapti vishaye, why we need one more avastha? In all the avastha, what is there is only atma. With regard to that atma only there is confusion. Aviveka is there. That has to go for moksha. Therefore, nirvikalpa samadhi is not a must. So that's why the word samadhi, because the word samadhi comes, therefore people may interpret, but that is not the right interpretation. And Vashakara, in 3 places, the word samadhi, it gives different meanings. One meaning as antakaranam, one meaning as atma, and here the meaning of the word yogam is as samadhi he interprets. Sthita viveka pragyam, vivekat janya pragya, viveka pragya, madhyama pada lopa samasa, viveka pragya, viveka janita pragya, viveka pragya. So the pragya is called yoga, that jnanam, that vijnanam, that jnanam, that is called yoga avapsyasi. And Bhashyakara knows what is going to come. Therefore, he uses viveka pragya, which is sthira pragya. So, therefore, the next question will be, Arjuna will ask, who is a sthira pragya, sthita pragya? Sthira pragya or sthita pragya? Both are okay. Both words we can use. Who is a sthita pragya? Sthita pragya, the word you need to understand. The word sthita pragya means the person whose pragya, whose wisdom, knowledge is sthita, steady. So it is a compound, it is a samasa. Sthita pragya is a compound. Sthita pragya yasya saha sthita pragya. Bhuvrigi samasa. That is, we are talking about the person whose prajna is stira, steady. So, when the compound is interpreted as Bahuvrigi, we are talking about the person. The same word, if it is taken as a karmadaraya, stiracha sa prajna, then if it is karmadarya, then we are talking about the prajna. We are not talking about the person. We are talking about the prajna. We are talking about the knowledge. So that meaning as karmadaraya, it gives a meaning. Yogam samadhim avapsyasi. Samadhim avapsyasi means that yogam, that prajnam avapsyasi, gains that knowledge. So that becomes the connection. So the prajnam avapsyasi means he gains that prajna, that wisdom, that samadhi. So that becomes the connection for the following shlokas. So that prajna, when you say, now Arjuna will ask, that prajna is there in the person. Now, that person who is the sthita prajna, how he will act in the world. That is what Arjuna is going to ask. For that, Bhagavan Krishna in 17, 18 shlokas will give beautiful description of sthita prajna, that is the person enjoying that jnanam. So, since Bhashyakara knows the topic going to come, therefore he aptly uses the word sthira prajna for yoga. Now we will read the Sangati Devasham. प्रश्नबीजं प्रतिलभ्य
प्रश्नबीजं
बीजं
प्रतिलभ्य
प्रतिलभ्य
अर्जुनः उवाच
अर्जुनः उवाच
लब्धसमाधिप्रज्ञस्य
लब्धसमाधिप्रज्ञस्य
लक्षणबुभुत्सया
लक्षणबुभुत्सया
स्थितप्रज्ञस्य का भाषा
स्थितप्रज्ञस्य का
भाषा
समाधिस्तस्य केशव
समाधिस्तस्य केशव
स्थितदीक्षिं प्रभाषेत
स्थितदीक्षिं प्रभाषेत
किमासीत व्रजेत किम्
किमासीत व्रजेत किम्
So, here Bhashyakara says Prashna Bijam Pratilabhya. Prashna Bijam. Bijam means seed. Prashna means the question. So Prashna Bijam, the seed for the question. Seed for asking the question. The seed for asking the question, Pratilabhya, having gained. Who got? Arjuna. So, having gained, Pratilabhya, Prashna Bijam. The seed for asking the question. Arjuna uvacha, Arjuna asked. Asked what? Bubutsaya. Bubutsaya. Bubutsaya is bodham icha bubutsa. Desire to know. Sananta. It is Sananta. Jnatum icha jigyasa. Bodham icha bubutsa. Muktum icha mumuksha. Kartum icha chikirsha. So, bubutsaya, tritya vibhakti. With the desire to know, what desire? Samadhi, labdha samadhi prajnasya lakshana bubutsaya. Labdha samadhi prajnaha. It's also a compound, Bhagavrigi compound. Samadhi, labdaha samadhim, yena. Tasya prajna, labda samadhi prajnasya. Labda samadhi yasya purushasya labda samadhi, and that samadhehe prajnasya samadhi prajnasya, labda samadhi prajnasya. So, labda is labda to gained. So, samadhi prajnasya, that person who has gained, achieved this samadhi. So that is the connection Bhashyakara, beautiful connection gives, referring to the samadhi, the yogam of the previous shloka, giving the connection here by using the samadhi and prajna, viveka prajna, sita prajna, samadhi prajnasya purushasya, lakshanam bubutsaya, with the desire to know the lakshanam of this samadhi prajna, that person who has gained this samadhi, who has gained this samadhi prajnasya, purushasya, viveka prajnasya, sita prajnasya. That is the connection. The connection is the word yogam of the previous shloka, which Bhashyakara interprets as samadhi. So by that he gives the connection, the sangati. Now that Arjuna, I have got the scope for asking the question. Yogam avapsyasi. That person gains a yoga. If that person, the person who has gained a yoga, now its question is shifted to that person, how that person will behave, how that person will act in the world. In Vyavahara, how does he conduct himself? That is the Prashna Bija. Pratilabhya. Arjunaha Pratilabhya Uvacha. Bubutsaya uvacha, with a desire to know. Uvacha. Uvacha means said. But here uvacha means he asked. Papracha, he asked. Arjunaha uvacha. So Arjunaha uvacha. Arjunaha asked. Uvacha. Generally uvacha means said. But here, since he is asking, Prashnam is involved. Therefore, uvacha is he asked. Sthita prajnasya ka bhasha. Three questions are asked. Sthita prajnasya ka bhasha. Kim prabhasheta. Kimasita vrajeta. Four. Kimasita is that 4 questions are asked. And before going to that, the word sthita prajna. Sthita prajnasya ka bhasha. Bhasha means language. From the bhash dhatu, bhasha means language. Sthita prajnasya ka bhasha means what is the bhasha? What is the language of the sthita prajna? Is that the meaning? No. The meaning here is bhasha is bhashyate. Bhashyate anaya iti bhasha. That which is bhashyate. Bhash means to speak, saying that which is said, that which is described, that which is defined with what? That is called bhasha. So therefore, bhasha here means definition. Sthita prajnasya ka bhasha. What is the definition? What is the definition? What is the description? What is the description of the sthita prajna? The word sthita prajna here is, take it as Bhagavad Samasa. We are not talking about the jnanam of the person. We are talking about the person who enjoys this jnanam. Therefore, sthita prajna, here it is Bhagavad Samasa. Whereas in the previous mantra, for the word Viveka Prajna, there Viveka Prajna is Karmadharya Samasa. Viveka Prajna is equal to Sthita Prajna, it is Karmadharya Samasa. In the Vashyam, what the Vashyakara used. In the Shloka, it is Bhagavad Samasa. Bhasha asking the Kabhasha, the Prashna. So he asked the definition, the lakshanam, the characteristics of the person. Sthita prajna. Sthita prajna. Yasya, purushasya. And another word also he uses. Samadhistasya. 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 Stadatu. Samadhistasya. Sthita prajnasya. Kabhasha. So, when we say Sthita Prajna is one whose knowledge is steady. How his knowledge has become steady? Because of Shravanam, Mananam and Nididhyasanam. That is the connection. That is the word Sthita Prajna. Because in the previous shloka we saw Achala Buddhihi, Nischala Buddhihi. The person is free from the Pratibandha. Samshaya is one Pratibandha. Pramana Shanka, Prameya Shanka is free from that Pratibandha, that obstacle. And also is free from that Viparyaya. How? By Mananam and Nididhyasanam. So, by Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasena, that Purusha has become a Sthita Prajna. His knowledge has become steady and he is the person of steady knowledge, wisdom. Sthita Prajnaha. Tasya ka bhasha samadhistaha. Samadhistaha. Samadhistaha means stadhatu samadhistaha. That is, it refers to the person. Samadhistaha means samadhi here, meaning Atma. So, samadhau tishtati. Samadhau tishtati iti samadhistaha. Atmani tishtati iti atmanishtaha. It is nishta, commitment. It is the one who stays, who remains, who is established in. Atma. It's called Atmanishtaha. Samadhistaha is equal to Jnananishtaha, referring to that person. Samadhistaha, Jnananishtaha, Atmanishtaha, Brahmanishtaha. That person is Stitaprajna, Kabasha. What are his Lakshanam, Kabasha? What are the characteristics, the Lakshanam of that person who has this Atmanishta, Brahmanishta? Samadhistasya, He Keshava, Keshava Sambodhana. So, Samadhistasya Stitaprajnasya Kabasha, Atmanishtasya, the person who has got Nishta in Atma and who has the Prajna which is steady. Tasya Kabasha, what are its Lakshanas, the characteristics. And another word he uses. So, Stita Prajna, Samadhistaha, Stitadhihi, all these are nice words. All these are, but they all mean, they all refer to the same person. The person, who is the person? The Jnani, referring to the Jnani only. Stita dhihi, di is buddhi. Di is buddhi. The one whose buddhi is stita. Stita means stationed, but not what is stationed. Means one who has this buddhi established, well established. One who has got buddhi steady. That's called stita buddhi. The one whose buddhi is steady with regard to the understanding of Atma. With regard to the understanding of Atma is steady. It means he has got clarity, he has got clear knowledge, he has the vision, of Atma. He is a jnani. So stita dihi, referring to the Stita Prajna, same meaning only. Kim Prabhasheta, Stita dihi, Kim Prabhasheta. Prabhasheta means how does he talk? Bhasheta, Bhashdhatu, Bhasheta. Bhasheta is Bhasheta, Bhashayatam, Bhasheran, Linglakara, Bhasheta. How does he talk? Here he is asking, how does he talk? Therefore, Linglakara. How does he talk? Prabhasheta. Then, Kim Asita. Kim Asita. How does he sit? Kim Asita means, Kim here means Katam Asita. How will he sit? How does he sit? Kim Asita. Vrajeta Kim. Kim here, to take it as, means what? Means how. Katam Asita. Katam Vrajeta. How does he move? Vrajeta. Vrajeta. Vrajdhatu, Vrajati, Vrajataha, Vrajanti, it is Parasmipadi Dhatu. So therefore it must be Vrajet, Kim, Vrajet, Kim, Vrajet must be Vrajet, Kim, but here Vrajeta is used, Atmanipadi. That is Arsha Prayoga. Vyasacharya, he uses Atmanipadi for Atmanipadi Pratyaya for the Dhatu, Vrajdhatu. Vrajdhatu, Parasmipadi Dhatu. But Vrajeta, he says, so Vrajeta is a privilege of Vyasacharya. He can use. So Vrajeta means moving. So how does he speak? How does he sit? How does he move? That is how does he speak? Talking, walking, and moving around. How does he do? It means what? It means how does he interact with the world? Having gained his jnanam, Stita Prajna, how does he interact with the world? It means how does he interact? How does he face the problems of life? How does he face the pairs of opposites of life? How does he handle how does he deal with the anubhava of Shita, Ushna, Sukha, Dukkha? How does he manage his indriyas, Jnanendriya? How does he manage the Karmendriya? Indriyas are generally outgoing. It has got outgoing tendency. Paranchikani vitatnat swayambhu, parang pashyati, nantaratman. How does he manage? Without your will, sense organs have natural tendency to go towards sense objects. How does he manage? With the sense organs flowing outwards, how does he conduct himself in the world? If sense organs go outside and gain knowledge and comes back, then how does he manage to restrain the karmendriya? How does he behave? So that is the question. He wants to know how the jnani will behave. How the jnani will behave. Why does he ask? Because the jnani who is a siddha, who has gained siddhi, who has gained the sadhyam, which is jnanam. So the way he conducts himself in the vyavahara, that becomes the means for the sadhaka. What is sadhyam for a siddha, it becomes the sadhana for a sadhaka. So a sadhaka can try to emulate the qualities which a siddha exhibits. So that becomes a sadhana. So what is spontaneous for a jnani, that could become a sadhana for a sadhaka, the beginner. He can relatively follow, so that over a period of time he can become like that. That is why Arjuna asked this question. How does he conduct himself? How does he walk? How does he speak? Is not just curious to know. He wants to gain that. So therefore, the lakshana of a sadhana, of a siddha, if he knows, he can follow that. He can take that as the sadhana. So he's asking the sadhana, the means. Already means have been told, but still Arjuna, he asks. What the means is only jnanam. By jnanam, the person has gained this status. So after gaining the status, out of curiosity, he asks, how does he behave? How does he conduct himself? So that he can follow that. That is the question of Arjuna. Now we can read the Bhashyam. Chitaprajnasyeti
Stitaprajñasyeति
Stita Pratishtita
Stita
Tita
Pratishtha
Agamasmi Param Brahma iti
Aham
Aham
Asmi
asmi
Param
param
Brahma
brahma
iti
iti
Prajna Yasya Saha Stita Prajnaha
Prajñā
Prajñāyasya
yasya
saha
stitaprajñah.
stitaprajñah.
First, Stita Prajna se ka bhasha. How that Vashyakara says, Stita Pratishta, Stita, Sta, Pratishtita, well established, Stita, steady, well established, well rooted, where in jnanam. So, Stita Pratishtita, Aham Param Brahma Asmi. He has listened to the words of his teacher. He has listened to the words of this teacher and has done Mananam and Nididhyasnam and has gained this knowledge, Aham Brahma Asmi. The Tatparyam of the Vedanta, the teaching is Jagat Karanam Brahmanaha, Jagat Karana Brahmanaha, Jagat Karanam Brahma Agam Asmi. So he has gained that knowledge. Agam, I am Agam Param Brahma iti, that jnanam, that is the prajna. That prajna is stita. In whom? Prajna yasya. That prajna, the knowledge, that prajna is defined by this phrase, Agam Asmi Param Brahma. That prajna, pratishtita, sthita, yasya, that person is Sthita Prajnaha. The person who has this knowledge, who has this jnanam. What is that jnanam? The content of the jnanam is Agam Brahma Asmi. Agam Brahmanaha na Vyatiriktaha. Jagat Karanam Brahmanaha na Vyatiriktaha. Agam Brahma Asmi. This is the knowledge. And this knowledge is well established in whom? That person is Sthita Prajnaha. Tasya ka bhasha.
Tasya ka
Tasya
bhasha.
bhasha.
Kim bhashanam vachanam.
Kim
Kim
bhashanam
Vachanam.
Katham asau paraihi bhashyate.
Katham
असौ परैः
भाष्यते
Samadhistasya.
समाधिस्तस्य
Samadau stitasya.
समाधौ
Keshava.
केशव
Tasya sitapragyasya ka bhasha. Kim bhashanam. Kim bhashanam vachanam. Sitapragyasya ka bhasha. That is one. Ka bhasha. What is the bhasha? What is the lakshanam of the sitapragya? Sitapragyasya ka bhasha. Then kim bhashanam. Ka bhasha is equal to kim bhashanam. Ka bhasha is equal to kim bhashanam. Kim bhashanam is vachanam. So what is the vachanam of sitapragya? What is the vachanam of sitapragya? It means it is not the words of the sitapragya. How the people talk about him. That is the meaning. Sitapragyasya kim bhashanam, kim vachanam. Not that he speaks. He is the object of speaking. So, Sitapragyasya, the word Sitapragyasya, Shashti Vibhakti, it is not Kartari Shashti, it is Karmani Shashti here. He is the object of speaking for the people of the world. Therefore, it means it is definition. It is defining, describing the characteristics of that person. So Ka Bhasha is equal to Kim Bhashanam. It means Vachanam with regard to Sthita Prajna. The definition with regard to Sthita Prajna. So therefore it is Karmani Shashti. Then Bhashyakara says, Paraihi Katam Bhashyate. That is why he says, Paraihi Katam Bhashyate. Paraihi means by the other people. Katam Bhashyate. How the others describe him. How the others, Paraihi, Anyehi, Purushaihi, Katam Bhashyate. Katam Bhashyate referring to the person who is described. Who is that Sthita Prajna? That's why it is Karmani Shashti. Anyehi, Katam Bhashyate. How the other people. Other people, it could be the other people, it could be the Acharya, how the Acharyas of the tradition, they look upon him. How the Shastras describe him. Shastra also describes how the Sthita Prajna, how the Sthita Prajna is. So Anyehi referring to the Acharyehi, Anyehi Acharyehi, Purushehi, Bhashyate, how he is defined by the other people. Samadhistasya, Samadho Stitasya, the one who remains in Samadhi. What is the meaning of the word Samadhi? For that we have to take the meaning from the previous Shloka. Bhashyakara already gave Samyak, Samadhiyate, Sam Adiyate, Samadhiyate Chittam Asmin Iti, Samadhiki, Visa, Sam Adiyate. Not Sam Adiyate, it is Sam Adiyate. What is the meaning here? The previous Shloka, Samadhiyate. Here it is Sam Adhiyate, Chittam Asminiti Samadhi, referring to Atma. So therefore, samadhistasya, samadhositasya, this person who is a atmanishta, brahmanishta, sitaprajna, sitaprajnasya Keshava, he Keshava, iti sambodhana. Then the next line, stitadhihi,
Stitadhihi.
stitaprajnaha,
स्थितप्रज्ञः
स्वयं वाक्यं प्रभाषेत,
स्वयं
Swayam
वाक्यं
Vakyam
भाषेत
Prabhasheta
किमासीत
Kimasita
व्रजेत किम्
व्रजेत
Vrajeta Kim
आसनं व्रजनं वा तस्य कथम् इत्यर्थः
Asanam
आसनं
Vrajanam
व्रजनं
Va
वा तस्य
Tasya
कथम् इत्यर्थः
स्थितदीहि स्थितादीहि यस्य स्थितदीहि स्थितप्रज्ञा भाष्यकार gives स्थितदीहि is equal to स्थितप्रज्ञः. There is no difference. So kim prabhasheta, swayam va kim prabhasheta, how he himself will converse, will talk. Prabhasheta, the link with the link lakara. Kim asita, that is also with the link. How will he sit? Katam vrajeta, kim vrajet, how does he walk? So asanam vrajanam va katam bhavati, tasya purushasya. Katam bhavati, katam, Bhashikara says katam, katam ityartaha. So kim means katam. How does he conduct himself? How does he walk? How does he move around? How does he talk? How does he eat? All these things, all the actions we can supply. So, therefore, katam ityartaha. Then the next line, Sita pragyasya
Stita Prajnasya
lakshanam
Lakshanam
anena shlokena pritchati.
अनेन
Shlokena
श्लोकेन
Pritchati.
So therefore, he is asking the lakshanam of the Sita prajna through this shloka. Sita prajnasya lakshanam anena shlokena pritchati iti. Now, you can quickly read this from the Shankaranandiyam, and here he has given a nice sangati. Shravana mananabhyam vijñātātmatatvasya vidushaha samadhina prajñāsteirya siddhim shrutva sita prajñasya lakshanam vijñātu kamaha arjunaha pritchati. So arjunaha pritchati. Arjuna is vijñātu kamaha. That is also Bahuvrigi Samasa. Vijñātum kamaha yasya saha arjunaha. The one who has the desire to know what lakshanam of Sita Prajna. Sita Prajnasya lakshanam vijñātu kamaha arjunaha pritchati. Shravana mananabhyam vijñāta atmatattvasya. Vijñātam atmatattvam yena, that person, yasya saha, it also is Bhagavad Samasa, referring to Vidushaha, that Vidwan. Vidushaha, Vidwan is Panditaha, Vidwan, Vidvas Shabda, Vidwan, Vidvamsu, Vidvamsaha, Vidvamsu, Vidvamsum, Vidvamsu, Vidushaha, Vidushaha here is a Shashti Vibhakti. So, Vijñātam Atmatattvam Yena Saha Tasya Vijñāta Atmatattvasya Vidushaha, that Jnani, who has gained this Atmatattvam Katam Shravana Mananabhyam. So, therefore, is Samadhina Prajñāsteirya Siddhim Shrutva. Samadhina Prajñāsteirya Siddhim Shrutva, having listened to the Siddhi, accomplishment of this Prajna Siddhi, Samadhina Yogena Shrutva. Therefore, Arjuna, who is desirous to know, he asks, Sita Prajnasya ka bhasha iti shlokena. Sita Prajnasya stita brahmakarena nischala bhagya anavagahini prajna buddhi yasya sita prajnaha arudaha tasya bhasha bhashanam ka kada siddhyati. So, stita brahmakarena nischala Stita. Bhagya Anavagagini. Not carried over by the Bhagya Anavagini Prajna. Not the wisdom, the knowledge is not carried over by the external thing, external world. So is Buddhi, whose Buddhi is Stita. And that person is called Arudaha, Yoga Arudaha. Yoga, he has climbed the ladder of knowledge. Yoga Arudaha, Tasya Bhashanam, Kada Siddhyati. Samadhistasya Nityam Nirantaram Niyamena Samadhim Kurvanasya Samadhi Nishta Nirataha Vidwan. Then a word is missing, a letter is missing. Panditaihi, it must be Panditaihi. Panditaihi Ayam Siddha Prajnaha Iti Kada Bhashyate Ityartaha. Samadhistasya, that person, Siddha Prajna, Nityam Nirantaram Niyamena Samadhim Kurvanasya, who always remains in this Atmanishta Kurvanasya, Samadhi Nishta Nirta. Samadhi Nishta Nirta means Atmanishta. He is well established in this Atmanishta, Brahmanishta. He is a Vidwan, he is a Pandita. Ayam Siddha Prajnaha iti Kada Bhashyate. When he is called as Siddha Prajna, that is what is Lakshanam. Kada Bhashyate. Kada Bhashyate. Sitadigi Siddha Prajnaha Swayam Kim Pravasheta Kimasita Kim Prajeta. How does he talk? How does he sit? How does he move around? Katam Tishtati, Katam Charati, Kim Vadati Ityartaha. How does he stand? How does he Charati? Charati is Vrajati. Kim Vadati. What does he speak? How does he speak? Kim is Katam Ityartaha. So he says that. Now the next one. Next shloka, for which the Sangati Bhashyam, we can read that. Yogi
Yogi
Aditaha Eva
Aditaha eva
Sanyasya
Sanyasya
Karmani
Karmani
Jnana Yoga Nishtayam Pravrittaha Yaha Cha
Jnana Yoga Nishtayam
Karma Yogena Ayogo Sita Prajnasya
Tayogo Stitaprajnasya
Rajahati iti Arabhya
Rajahati Arabhya
Adhyaya Parisamapti Paryantam
Adhyaya Samapti Paryantam
Sita Prajna Lakshanam Sadhanam Cha Upadishyate.
Stitaprajnalakshanam sadhanam upadishyate.
So Upadishyate, Sita Prajnasya Sadhanam Upadishyate. The Sadhanam, the means of the Sita Prajna, means the Sita Prajna Lakshanam, which is the means, that is Upadishyate, that is instructed, that is told by the Bhagavan. Yaha hi aditaha eva sanyasya karmani. Jnana yoga nishtayam pravrittaha yaha karma yogena cha tayoho siddha prajnasya prajahati iti arabhya. So starting from the shloka prajahati yada kaman, it's going to come 55th shloka. Starting from that shloka prajahati arabhiti arabhya adhyaya paryantam, up to the end of this second chapter. Parisamapti Paryantam, at the end of this chapter. Sthaprajnasya Lakshanam, and that is a sadhanam, Upadishyate, by Bhagavata, by the Lord. This Lakshanam of the Sthaprajna is talked about, which is a sadhanam for a sadhaka, Upadishyate. So the characteristics of the Sthaprajna, which is a means for a sadhaka, is taught by Bhagavan. So, yaha aditaha eva sanyasa sarvakarmani. The one from the very beginning, aditaha is beginning, panchami, from the beginning, sanyasya karmani, all the karmas, given up, having sannyasa karmani, having given up all the karmas, jnana yoga nishtayam pravruttaha, who has got this jnana nishta, who engages, who commits himself in this exclusive pursuit of jnanam, karma yogena, yascha karma yogena pravrittaha, the one who is engaged through pursuit of karma yoga. First, to the pursuit of karma yoga, now is engaged in jnana yoga. So there is an order. Karma yogena, when you say karma yogena kramat, karma yogena jnana yoga, then jnana yoga nishta. One who is now engaged exclusively in this pursuit of jnana yoga, tayogo sthitaprajnasya, tayogo sthitaprajnasya, that sthitaprajna, prajahati iti arabhya, starting from this shloka, prajahati arabhya, up to the end of this chapter, the lakshanam of the person is described, and that becomes the sadhanam, the discipline for a sadhaka. So, first is a karma yogi. Aditaha means from the beginning. From the beginning means from the brahmacharya ashrama onwards. Then he has gone through other ashramas. Grihastha, Vanaprastha, then have come to sannyasa ashrama. But in the Grihastha ashrama, what did he do? He was doing karma yoga. So, karma yogena, then jnana yoga, yogyata praptihi. Therefore, he is jnana yoga nishtayam pravruttaha. There may be exception. Some people can jump from Grihastha ashrama to directly to sannyasa ashrama. Those are exceptions. Exceptions are exceptions, not general. So, tayogo. So, of these two groups of people are talked about. One group of people has followed the order, the krama, karma yoga, jnana yoga, and jnana nishta. Other people who are exceptional people have come to jnana yoga, jnana nishta. So, of these two, whoever it may be, whichever the group they belong to, either they travel directly to jnana nishta from brahmacharya ashrama, or passed through all the stages in life, have come to that pakvata, have gained that pakvata, have come to that condition where now they are committed to this nishta, the jnana nishta, jnana yoga nishtayam pravruttaha, tayogo, between them, of them, sthitaprajnasya iti arabhya. So the lakshanam of them is talked about in this shloka, in the following shlokas, which becomes a means, the sadhanam for the sadhaka, that is upadishyate, that is taught by Bhagavan iti. Sarvatra eva hi
सर्वत्र
एव
एव
हि
हि
adhyatma shastre
अध्यात्मशास्त्रे
कृतार्थ lakshanani
कृतार्थलक्षणानि
यानि तानि एव साधनानि उपदिश्यन्ते
यानि तानि एव साधनानि उपदिश्यन्ते
यत्र साध्यत्वात्.
यत्र साध्यत्वात्
So kritata lakshanani tani. Kritataha referring to kritam artham yena, the person who has achieved what is to be achieved. What is to be achieved? Paramapurushartha moksha, he has achieved the freedom. So that sadhanam, the lakshanam of that person becomes a sadhanam. Sadhanam for the sadhaka, that is upadishyante. Sadhanani upadishyante. Tani eva sadhanani upadishyante. Why? Because it's a sadhana, therefore it has to be accomplished, it has to be gained through effort. For sadhana chatushtaya sampati, effort is involved. But for jnanam, there is no effort. So yatna sadhyatvat means yatnena sadhyatvat. Through yatna, to prayatna, it has to be accomplished. What? Sadhana chatushtaya sampatti. That becomes the means for jnanam. And And the lakshanam of a jnani, that becomes the means for the sadhaka. It has to be gained through that effort, not the jnanam, that pakvata, that yogyata, yatna sadhyatvat. Why? Because sarvatra eva adhyatma shastre kritata lakshanani. Adhyatma shastra means that is in the Vedanta Shastra. Everywhere in the Vedanta Shastra, this kritata lakshanani, that is the lakshana of the kritartha, the purusha, by the person whom this highest goal in life, the moksha, is achieved. That lakshana of that person becomes the sadhanani. And that sadhanani upadeshyante, it I have presented as the means, because the means have to be known so that the sadhya, the ends, can be accomplished by effort. Yatnena sadhyatvat. Iti Vashyakara gives the sangati to the next shloka, shloka number 55, that we will see in the next class. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
धन्यवाद गुरुजी.
धन्यवाद जी.
धन्यवाद जी.
Doubt.
Yes.
This Ka Bhasha, the same dhatu is that Prabha Sheta, both are the same dhatu? Or?
The same dhatu, Bhash dhatu. Yes.
But different meaning, isn't it?
Different meaning we give because of the Shashti, the word, what follows, what precedes that. Yes, here, yes.
Okay. But both are the same.
Yes.
Okay.
Ji, Viveka Praknya is said in which sloka, Ji?
Huh?
Viveka Praknya, it is, in which sloka it is said in, Ji?
Viveka Pragya, the word is not used. Bhashyakara gives the meaning of the word yogam as Viveka Pragya, samadhi. You can see here, yogam avapsi, Viveka Pragyam samadhim prapsati, shloka number 53. You can see.
50.
I'm highlighting that.
Okay.
धन्यवाद जी.
Dhanyawad.
धन्यवाद.